The new player experience is one of the most crucial things in a gacha game, or any game for that matter. The new player experience is the experience that a player has upon opening the game. How is the game introduced? How generous will the game present itself as? Things like this will determine whether or not a new player will be permanent or a long-term player. Wuthering Waves is no different. Upon release, we were given so many rewards as new players, so aside from the bugs that were constantly getting fixed at the same time they were happening, the new player experience was a lot more positive than some other games I shall not mention. But anyways, what does this have to do with today's video? Well, today's video is about the new feature where players can select a 5-star character and pull for them on the banner. And I felt it would be very interesting to talk about this, so how about I just do that? Now first, I'm going to explain my thoughts and then other people's thoughts. So, what I think about this system is that it's a very positive feature. With this feature, you have the opportunity to build teams without having to worry much about best in slots, because if Carlotta is on the banner right now, just select Jaja and pull for her. If Zanny's on the banner, select Phoebe if she was to be available on the starter banner, or if you just want a unit that's gonna last a long time, why don't you get yourself a Shorekeeper? Which is kind of the basis of today's video, because people are kind of angry about that. But anyways, for weapons it's the same thing, because there's lots of weapons that are amazing substitutes, or just amazing weapons in general. So pulling them will allow players to have good weapon options. New players will be able to progress the game with good characters, which will hook them, because if they like the character they selected, they will come back for similar rewards and similar characters in later patches. Plus, building characters becomes easy with good weapons. Anyways, you can see that I find no negatives about this. I think new players getting some help like that is very good, because not just the reasons above, but because they can make good decisions early on and shape their accounts in the right way. Now with that being said, let's talk about other people's thoughts. Veteran players such as myself are very mixed about this. You have people like me who are impressed with Kuro, while others like me are not so happy about this. You see, veteran players are the day one players. They've been playing since launch, and every day since launch for some of them. They're not happy about this because we veterans will not be receiving the bonus. There are a few reasons as to why the vets feel this way. First thing is just a little bit of uncertainty. Kuro hasn't done something like this to a degree yet. I mean, sure, we got 5 stars for free, but you can select any unit here. It's kind of understandable why some are on edge about this. But the second reason is no excuse. The main thing that the angry vets are using as the basis is the fact that the new players can get Shorekeeper, the best support, and her signature if you choose to, quote-unquote, for free, while they skipped her and regret it. I use quotations for a reason. Now listen, I get it. I get a little jealous when I look at my favorite characters and people have more copies than me. This is just an example, but I also get a little jealous sometimes. With that being said, it's not their fault I failed by 50-50. It's not their fault I couldn't get the signature. It's not their fault I didn't get any copies. You have people out here who either don't pull the meta out of spite, or people who don't like the character, and so they skip the character, which I'm guilty for and never made it anyone else's problem. And we got people who just didn't even try. So tell me, what do you think I see when those same people get angry at newer players for making smart choices and getting stuff that benefits them? I see a bunch of angry little crybabies who can't accept the fact that they're stupid. Listen to me. Your pulling decisions are what shape your account. You decided to skip Shorekeeper, and you regret it. So when player 1927 decides to get her just to start the game, it's not the player's fault you were stupid, it's your fault for being stupid. And when player 7501 decides to get Jinshi, when you waited until the very last day to pull her, and ended up missing on her, and you also missed her when she re-ran later, that's not the player's fault. That is your fault for bad time management and bad habits. Gotcha smack. When player 6268 decides to get Jaja, the character that'll complete your Jinshi and Carlotta teams, but you don't have Jaja because you skipped on her for hating her design, that's not the game's fault, nor is it the player's fault. Your pickiness is your demise, and you not being able to accept that is what's making you upset. And believe me, this is one experience I know best since I We hate Firefly from Honkai Star Rail. But do you see what I mean? Some of these people get angry at these new players because they're able to get the units that they missed out on due to pure stupidity. You skipped the unit. You made the sandwich, so eat it and don't waste your food. That aside, I feel that Kuro giving new players a chance to catch up with this system is a very good thing. If you're able to progress like this and catch up to the vet players even just a little bit sooner, there's no issue with that at all. Plus, one crucial detail that people are missing is that you don't get the characters for free. You still have to grind the polls, you still have to pull on that banner as if it was a limited banner. With how players are describing this and with how they're seeing this, they're making it seem like you can just tap a button and grab Shorekeeper plus your signature. This is just a push in the right direction because they give you a chance to pull for the unit. They even give you 160 pulls as a limit, which, by the way, is how many pulls you need to guarantee a unit, including a 50-50 fail. Plus, it has about a month-long time limit, so you can't just keep it there to rot until it becomes convenient. This is literally just an extra banner for new players to utilize. Overreacting because you missed Shorekeeper and her rerun is pathetic. Anyways, I hope they do more stupid giveaways like this in the future because this shows how much they care. But with that being said, that's about it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like the video and subscribe for more Gacha Gaming content. We're trying to reach 500 subs, so subscribe to make that possible. Comment down below what you want to see next and check out my community tab in Discord for updates on upcoming videos. Be sure to also check out my Twitter. I shitpost, reply to my favorite creators and some dumbasses, so check that out as well. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.